Yeah, solo lines. So just for the intro, play out of with a little bit of insight as well into the some of the structures of the way to play the lines. So uh, there's your A minor. So we've got out of the A minor chord gives us our first two notes. You've got the diagram and the note layout. So it's like a mini arpeggio because essentially you can just play through those two notes. Bow down, bow. So one of the things you have to get used to playing single line is you sometimes you can get in, when you first start doing it, you think you've got to move your finger to make play every note, and sometimes your fingers are already in the right place. There's lots of things you have to reorient your thinking to, and remember you've got to reorient your thinking because the guitar's already set, music's already been set. So you have to, if you have an assumption that's wrong, music's not changing. You have to change. So you've just got to find that third note. The point being, if you remember, it's played out of those two notes in the A minor. I know it's hard to see, but bow down. It's just not this one. I've taken it out so you can see. That's the 4 A minor chord. So you just have to find that third note, down, which is this note, which you find from the diagram. So, and it's just like a weird D tune bend. You don't bend all. No, you can. The next note up. It's a bit too high. If you slide up one and back again, and if you slide up two, it's definitely too high. But that's the only way you can move notes on the guitar if you're playing the fretted notes. But if you push the note, it sounds horrible on its own. Just a very short bit. That's probably enough. So you start position, always find the A minor chord, then go, where's the notes? And then where's my third note? Now obviously you map that to your singing because you've done loads and loads and loads of listens and loads of singing. Unless you can sing while you're playing it in your head, and it's not, again, ba, ba, ba. Don't have to sing the pitches. Okay? Again, what you've got is bow down down, bow down 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 down. Now, even though we've gone to a D chord, so we go bow down down, bow down. That's the same two notes as the start of the previous, as you've just played out of A minor. So now you can go back to, you can refret A minor to find the notes, or just know where they are and just play as individual notes. Because our fingers are already here. But that's hard if you're playing a D chord because that's your start note, but you're not going to reach back to there like that, and you're not going to do the same note. So in a way, you're going to go. You see, it's like I would go something like. It sounds. If your finger's already here, you think, why have I got to move it? But in order to make the notes flow, you've got to fret with finger 2 or even better, finger 3. Finger 3 because it's more guitaristic. It's something that you'll be doing a lot more. Finger 3 does a lot more work than finger 2. So you've got the A minor shape, which allows you to find the first two notes of your phrase over the D chord. But in order to get that flowing, you've got to go. So I'm going to refret. Let that D string, if I play a chord, I'll leave that D string ringing. Can you still hear it? Let it just carries on ringing. Try not to damp that. Because you won't get the fluidity of the line without, if you go here, you have to move really quickly. It's doable, but this is better. Okay, and then when you sing it, you go before you even, you can find the notes because I've put them onto the WhatsApp notes, but it's much higher. So map that to where to your notes that tell you where to play it, and that's the pull off. So it's just then you've just got to get this. You're working your way back down into the area where the chords are. So you're on your way back to fret because you're up here at the moment, and you'll find that really weird if you've not done it a lot. You have to go all the way back to there. The other thing is this: you get the Goldilocks rhythm I talk about in terms of strumming, but you have a Goldilocks thing about you're happy to move your fingers at a certain speed to get between positions. But again, if the music requires you to move quicker, you've got to move quicker. So this. That's really fast. It's a really jerky thing if you're doing finger one, and it's still fast if you got to get finger 3. That's faster there. It's like a quick draw, like gunfighting. It's much faster. You can't go, oh, I only like to move that fast, because you'll be there. The song will be there. So you go, well, why can't I play it? Because you got to be fast into it. The guitars often you move quickly somewhere and then wait rather than move it slow. I say that, but actually there's times when you do that, times when you do it in a slightly different way. So with all that, bearing that in mind, I can't. I'm looking at the camera, I'm thinking what I'm supposed to be saying, and I'm picking it here, which I don't normally do. So let me just. It's really hard. I keep missing this finger, so I'm gonna have to play it down here. One more with expression. And what I was doing then, I played it because when you do it, some of them were awful. I mean, not the ones I made mistake, but some of them they were kind of timed, but the notes were slightly off or misfretted or something. Just because you can find the notes, all this is about finding the notes and giving you some insight and hopefully give you some guidance. But you keep repeating it once you can play it, because you've got to get the expression. You've got to get. I mean, when I put the chord in, there's little things like I caught the D note, then muted the D note a bit early, and I need it to be ringing over to give the impression that the chords are still ringing. So. So there's all that stuff to pay attention and behave. This wasn't supposed to be anything like this long, but hopefully it's give you some insights and stuff.